Hi Pisces, it's Krista here to do your bi-monthly tarot reading. So this is for Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon, and Pisces Rising signs. It's for February 1st till the 14th. You can look forward to the last 2 weeks for a bi-monthly reading for your sign in addition to your monthly reading as always. I am posting daily general readings for the public on Instagram, so you can follow me there for daily readings as well. All right, Pisces, what do you need to know for the first 2 weeks of February? All right, friends, let's get your 6 cards out. I will be using the bottom of the deck card for general energy for the month for you. And as always, I will hold these right up to the camera so you get to see these super close with me. So we have 2 2s already and a Cancerian involved. You know, there could be a soulmate situation for you here, a new chance at love, a new understanding of love. You could feel like you're unsure about how to love, who to love, that type of thing. Let's get into why that might be. So Pisces, underneath the deck for you is the Emperor. So we have this really nice Aries ruled Emperor card. You know, this is considered the boss, right? This is the leader, the boss, someone who either put themselves in authority or deals well with authority. This could be you or someone else. It could be Pisces, say with Aries rising, right? If you are cross-watching, do check out your rising and moon signs for additional information. So this could be you or another person, Aries ruled Emperor, someone who's in charge, of this situation. There is a lot of cups for you here in this reading, so I will suggest that this has to do with something close to your heart, whether or not that has to do with a romantic or a love relationship of any sort. It's just the way you love, how you love, opportunities in love, and that type of thing. We are looking at 2 individuals with our court cards here. We have a Queen and a Knight. You could be dealing with a Virgo or a Cancer individual. And certainly we do have the Strength card here. And this is ruled by a Libra. And like I said, the Libra card, you know, Libra ruled Strength card is under the 2 of Swords. So we have sort of this, you know, of 2 minds necessarily, you know, which of these swords is your truth, you're right? And then the meeting of the minds. So if this, I'm just going to throw this out there, if this does have to do with a love relationship, I am going to suggest that the person who's on your mind right now is the person who has your heart. Just throwing that out there. Let's get into each card on its own. In the situation position, it's the 2 of Swords, as I said. You know, there's nothing terribly, you know, stressful about the 2 of Swords necessarily, but there is this sense of not wanting to see something for what it is, right? And like I said, it does sit right above Strength here as well. So this could have to do with children. This could have to do with a love relationship, creativity, sex in general, fun, illumination, being in the spotlight, you know, being a creative genius, being the leader of something that's creative and powerful. You know, once we see Strength together, you know, the Leo and the Aries, and the Cancer individual here, or the Cancer energy at least. It could have to do with the home ultimately, right? Or triggers and something having to do with that. And she's also looking away. I want to mention that she's looking away from the Two of Cups here. So it could be that the person that you do want the most, or the person that you want to, mentally say connect with the most here, isn't available. And that's something as well that could be happening for you. The person on your mind that you want the most, for example, doesn't necessarily have the opportunity to love you back or be who you need them to be. So it could be less about making up your mind and more about accepting what is and taking things at face value. Here we have the Virgo ruled messenger, or knight rather, of Pentacles. She's been showing up quite a bit for this past couple of readings. So, Virgo energy, there could be a mother-child situation here. A great deal of logic, practicality, a lot of, income or health potential. Nutrition could just be a major theme here. Certainly above, it sits atop, the soulmate card, right? With the Two of Cups here. It could be that the potential or, the feelings of connectivity, the soulmate feelings here are with a Virgo or Virgo, say, type person, right? Virgo is Mercury ruled as well. So it could be how you're communicating. You could be communicating in a soulmate situation on a practical level about nutrition, about finances, about long-term assets, etc., as opposed to, this source of inspiration that sits above the Queen of Cups here. So, and it could be, we don't see any threes here, so I'm not seeing necessarily a third-party situation, which is lovely. It could really be between two worlds. Maybe you do have two lovers. Maybe you do have two careers. They're not necessarily competing with one another, which is nice to see as well. But something could need to be let go of here, or put to the side, or, cut off, just because we do know that the harvest is related to Virgo or the Knight of Pentacles as well. But ultimately practical, reliable energy here, something that's slow moving, but long lasting. So really nice to see there as the reason for this situation. And then is the past, right? So this is technically preceding the Two of Swords. Here we have the past with this gorgeous Ace of Cups. If this is a spiritual reading or, a spiritual ascension or development reading for you, I would say very clearly here that you have a handle on something, that you are attuned or illuminated or enlightened, or even, you can understand this situation or opportunity or frame of mind or even person in a very say pure way, right? There's an element of purity here that is available and offered to you here with the Ace of Cups. So absolutely stunning. And also the artwork, like, come on. I really can't get enough of the artwork of this deck. It's just stunning. So yeah, this gorgeous seahorse with his little pearl, something that's just very, very precious. It's an offering of love, a new spiritual advancement, a new spiritual understanding. So the now situation, the author did call this the Justice card, but it is the Strength. It's the number 11 in the Major Arcana. So we are looking at the Leo-ruled Strength card. Strength really isn't about power over, right? There's, Starhawk wrote about this. There's different kinds of power. And other authors have written about power versus force, or power versus strength, right? So, this is strength of character. This isn't power over someone else. This is power with, not power over. And maybe this is just a release for you. Maybe you thought you needed to have power over, or maybe you can finally release that and accept the truth that you don't. Maybe someone, an Aries or a Cancer individual could be coming to your aid. A Virgo could come out of the woodwork and really help, a soulmate situation at this time. They could even be your advisor, for heaven's sakes, around a soulmate situation, right? It doesn't necessarily mean it's over this person, but I do see that the Cancer individual, or something having to do with fourth house energy, right? The mother, the initial trigger, initial trauma, the first everything, right? First love affair, first heartache, that type of thing. But also the moon, the emotions, intuition, etc. So something having to do with the way that you intuit, or that you perceive something here beyond the physical realm, right? Beyond the realm of thoughts and beliefs, for example. In the future is the Two of Cups. This is our soulmate card. This is really gorgeous to see here. So no matter what occurs, no matter what befalls the situation, or even if there's something still in the air and you can't make your mind up about something, there doesn't appear to be a major rush here, because it looks like you're in good hands and you are working with, or loving, or relying on, or thinking about someone who feels the same way about you, which is essential to feeling positive and confident in moving forward in, you know, your own career or your own direction, your emotional or intuitive direction here. And the advice, like I keep saying here, is the Cancer individual, or, you know, cardinal energy. Cardinal energy really talks, because we do have the Aries ruled emperor here as well. So there's a doubling up, and, you know, the Leo fixed, and then we have some mutable. But we have two cardinal energies here. So I would suggest, you know, making a move. You want to move forward with something. Don't be stymied by fear or a sense of not having or knowing or feeling enough or something like that. You know, I would move forward pretty confidently here. And there's a great deal of inspiration behind that Ace of Cups as well. And like I said, he sits right above that Queen of Cups. So maybe getting to the root of a childhood issue, childhood trauma, could have to do with something. Maybe you have a child who is a water sign. But 10 to 1, it has to do with your own childhood and your own childhood issues. If you are a mother, however, Pisces, and you're a mom and you're watching this, then there could have to be something to do with, you know, knowing that you did enough, like knowing that everything is going to be okay as long as that person is loved. Wow, we have 3 jump out for you here. I will take them. So my favorite card of the entire deck is the hummingbird. This is joy, right? This is absolute joy. And really just 100% paired with this. There is just such a feeling of joy, completion, togetherness, understanding, you know, belonging, that is inspired here with the Ace of Cups. Here we have scrutiny. Really interesting. We don't want to get stuck on the details. I do think that it's so interesting here, because this is all sort of matching with our you know, the individual cards, right? Like the Leo ruled, the Cancer ruled, the Aries, etc. So, you know, just beware that you're scrutinizing up until a point and then you make a decision. You just don't go on like indiscriminately scrutinizing here. And also make sure you look at the big picture after fine-tuning something. And then mana, right? Dolphin is looking at mana. What is beneath the water? What is underneath it all, right? What is in the shadows could be another element of as well. But, you know, we know that she's jumping right over that wave, but she goes back underneath there. She lives in the water. She lives in her emotions. So you do feel really, really comfortable there as well. And that could be your superpower for the first 2 weeks of February. So Pisces, I hope that you enjoyed this. I love reading for you. Look forward to your monthly reading as well as the last 2 weeks of February as well. Thanks for joining me. See you in the next video. Bye for now.